Hello everyone, welcome to C Sharp tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to see what is SQL and what are all the classification version was available in the SQL. Okay, let's go into the topic. What is SQL? SQL is a structured query language that is used to query, then manipulate and transform data into relational database. Okay, if you want to change something in the database, we can use the SQL query to modify it. Okay, that is the purpose of that one. Then we can classify those into four ways. That is like DDL, DML, TCL, and DCL. Okay, DDL means data definition language. It's used to define a structure of the table. Structure of the database. What are all the tables required, procedures required, views, those we are defining in a data definition language. Okay, there we can have several comment statements to do it. Okay, let's go into that. Create, alter, rename, drop, and truncate. Create is used to create a structure of the database, which means structure of the object. Okay, which means like you can able to create a table, you can able to create a procedures, views, those we can do it. We can have several objects was there, we can see it in the upcoming sessions. Okay, then alter is used to modify the structure of the database. You have created some structures, okay, you want to modify that. Okay, in that case we can use a alter query. Rename, you have done some, created something, you want to change the name of it. In that case we can use a rename statement. Okay, drop, you have done some changes but now you don't want it. In that case we can use a drop statement. Okay, truncate, you have created structure and some data is also there, but you want to remove those details from there, which means you are removing all the records from there. In that case we can use a truncate statement. Okay, so now I am explaining in the theory way. In upcoming session I can run it and show you how that was working and how to write the query on that. Okay, then I am going to explain about DML. The DML is a data manipulation language. You can able to see the name itself, manipulating the data, which means you are manipulating some data in a database. You have some records, or you want to add some records, you want to update some records. In that case we are using DML statements. Okay, so select means we can able to fetch the data from there. Insert, if you want some details should be added, in that case we can use a insert statement. Okay, update in the sense you are modifying some data. You have some records, like plenty of records of there, you want to modify in that. Let's take an example of you have a student's record, student's name, student's address, those and student's name, address, then which class they are studying and that. Okay, you want to update the address of the corresponding students. In that case we can use update statement. Okay, think like in uh, um, you want to remove one student from there, like that person is moved to another school or somewhere. Okay, in that case we can use a delete statement. Okay, then merge, if you want to add some rows in that from the another table, in that case we can use a merge. Okay, now it will be difficult to understand only, let's see it in a query way, then you can able to understood clearly. Okay, then we have like log tables. Here log table statement used to give a like a permission. You want to like you think like you have one tables, there you want to give a permission like a read or write or both permission required, those we are giving give via the log table statement. Okay, then we have the another classification like transaction control language, which means like you have done several DML operations, like inserted, you have updated something, you have deleted something, those modifications required for you or not, we are defining in sorry, fixing those changes is required or not based on the transaction control language statements. Okay, uh, let's go into the statements. Commit statement. It's used to so you have modified so many changes in that. You want all the changes. Think like you have 100 students in that. You have modified something, updated something, you deleted some records, everything you have done it. So those changes is required for you means you have to provide commit statements. Okay, rollback. So so what are all the operations you have done via the DML should be revoke, which means you don't want those changes, means you can give a rollback options. Okay, save point in the sense you can use the save point, save point after the rollback. You have done some changes in okay, you have done some changes that should be uh, that you have required, that what can I say, that minimal changes alone required after the commit. Okay, but you don't want all the changes, like you have wrote like a 10 to 15 DML operations. You want like particular of 2 to 3 of statements alone. Okay, in that case we can use in the mid of save points, and you can save it. Then if you are giving rollback up to the save point, it will be taken and saved it, rest of the thing will be removed it. Okay, then we can go to the DCL. DCL means data control language. We can able to see like data control. We can give a permission to the persons, like who needs to access it, who needs to who needs to deny the access. Those we can define in the data control language. Grant, grant statement. It's used to give permission to the users. Okay, which means you have plenty of, you have database in that you have like a 10 to 15 tables. For all the tables, if you want to access it, we have to provide access of grant. Okay, revoke. Revoke in the sense, you have given access already, but you thought some of the table access is not required for the person, then you can give a revoke statements to remove the access for the particular persons. Okay, this is the basic basic classification in the SQLs. Based on this only we are going to query it, and we are doing a like like we are going to do a SQL SQL language in a RDBMS. Okay, thanks for listening these sessions. Like in upcoming session we can see the rest of the topic. Okay, bye guys.